Ever wondered what kind of diplomacy NATO summit falls under? Well, we've got the answer for you. Born out of dramatic circumstances in 1948, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, was created as a defense arrangement. The Western powers, including France, Great Britain, and the US, found their existing plans insufficient against the rising East-West tensions and the looming threat from the Soviet Union. That's when they decided to sustain their efforts with a politico-strategic institution, what we now know as NATO. This institution operates through a mechanism known as the NATO Summit, an official gathering of the heads of state and government from its member nations. These meetings, attended by several leaders, are held repeatedly and are supported by an institutionalized bureaucratic structure for smooth preparation and continuity. So, NATO's diplomacy is not just about discussions, but actually about creating a safe and secure environment. The recent NATO summit in Vilnius serves as an excellent case study for understanding NATO's diplomacy. The summit, held on the 11th and 12th of July 2023, was a gathering of great significance. The leaders of 31 NATO allies convened at this event, marking the presence of new member Finland and the prospective inclusion of Sweden. Non-NATO partner nations also attended, and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was among the esteemed participants. The summit served as a platform for open discussions around critical global issues, reflecting the essence of NATO's foundational principles. It's a testament to NATO's commitment to maintaining a robust, collective defense mechanism. The summit demonstrated the alliance's adaptability and relevance in a rapidly evolving global landscape. It showcased the power of dialogue, cooperation, and shared decision-making among nations. This summit, like all NATO summits, was a strategic platform for discussion among the world's leaders. Now that we've understood what happened at the summit, let's delve into the type of diplomacy it falls under. Institutionalized multilateral summitry is defined by official meetings attended by heads of state and government. These meetings aren't one-off events. Rather, they convene repeatedly and are underpinned by a form of institutionalized bureaucratic structure that facilitates preparation and continuity between leaders' meetings. Sound familiar? That's right, the NATO summit fits perfectly into this definition. The summit is a recurring event bringing together the leaders of all 31 member nations and one prospective member. It's underpinned by NATO's institutional structure, which ensures continuity and preparation for these high-level meetings. This forum enables nations to collectively strategize, negotiate, and make decisions about security and defense matters. Hence, the NATO summit is not just a meeting, it's a sophisticated diplomatic exercise. So, the NATO summit is a classic example of institutionalized multilateral summitry. We've come a long way in understanding the diplomacy of NATO summit. From its inception in the tense post-war era of 1948, NATO emerged as a strong institution designed to provide a robust defense arrangement against escalating East-West tensions. This alliance, now boasting 31 nation members and one prospective member, has grown to become a formidable politico-strategic institution. The NATO summit, like the one held in Vilnius in July 2023, is a prime example of this institutional strength. Leaders from across the globe congregate in these summits, highlighting the summit's nature as an institutionalized multilateral summitry. This term means that it's an official meeting of heads of state and government that convenes repeatedly and is underpinned by an institutionalized bureaucratic structure. So there you have it. The NATO summit is an embodiment of institutionalized multilateral summitry, facilitating important discussions among the world's leaders.